Hi everyone, my name's George. I'm the principal of Stallion Accountancy Services, and today I'm going to tell you about marriage allowance and how it could potentially save you or your partner some tax. Much of the information in the presentation today has been obtained from the Revenue's website, so if you want any more information on the presentation, then please go and have a look at that. So the marriage allowance, basically what it does, it allows you to transfer £1,060 of your personal allowance to your husband, your wife, or your civil partner. Now, what's a personal allowance? Well, basically it is the income that you don't have to pay tax on, and for the majority of people, it currently stands at £10,600 per tax year. Now, by transferring £1,060 of your personal allowance, it can actually result in your partner paying £212 less tax in the current tax year. That £212, as you can see, is worked out as being 20%, which is a basic rate of tax, of the £1,060 personal allowance which you are transferring to them. So who can apply? Well, two conditions have to be met. First of all, your partner's income has to be between £10,601 and £42,385. And the second condition that has to be met is both you and your partner have to be born on or after the 6th of April 1935. Provided you do meet these two conditions, by claiming the marriage allowance, your partner's personal allowance will increase up to £11,660, and of course your personal allowance will decrease to £9,540, and if your taxable income is below £9,540, then you won't have to pay any tax in the current tax year. How will the revenue give your partner this personal allowance? Well, the answer is it depends whether they are employed or self-employed. If they're employed, then their tax code will change. It usually goes up to 1166M. If they're self-employed, then they will receive this additional personal allowance on their self-assessment tax return. Once the personal allowance has been transferred to your partner, it will automatically continue to be transferred until either one of you cancels the marriage allowance or your circumstances change, for example due to death, or you become divorced. If your circumstances do change, either you or your partner obviously have to contact HMRC to cancel the marriage allowance, and depending on which one of you actually contacts HMRC will determine the effect which the marriage allowance will. So if you contact HMRC to stop transferring allowance, then the allowance will actually stop at the end of the next tax year. Whereas if it's your partner that contacts HMRC, then HMRC will actually backdate the change to the start of the current tax year. If your partner dies, then one of two things can happen. If it is you that has transferred your personal allowance to your partner, then their estate will be treated as having the increased personal allowance for the current tax year, and your personal allowance will return back to the normal amount. And of course, the other circumstance is if it was your partner who transferred their personal allowance to you before they died. In that particular case, your personal allowance will remain at the higher level until the end of the current tax year, but their estate will be treated as having the smaller reduced amount and will not return back to the level which it was before the marriage allowance was transferred over to you. If you become divorced or you dissolve the civil partnership that you're in, then again you have to contact HMRC to cancel the allowance. The change can be applied either to the start of the current tax year, or it can be put forward to the start of the next tax year. And if you don't inform HMRC, then the allowance will be cancelled at the end of the current tax year, which obviously runs until the 5th of April. I did say at the beginning of the presentation that you can go to the Revenue's website and there's more information on there. Alternatively, if you want to contact Stallion Accountancy Services, we'll be more than happy to help you with your tax and help you with the marriage allowance. And the contact details for Stallion Accountancy Services you can see on the screen there. So thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to giving another presentation in the very near future.